Wander open roads with us for a campground review of Thousand Trails, Lake Tawakoni.
Everybody, this is Miko
And Robin.
and we're Wander Open Roads.
Thanks so much for joining us. So we're doing a campground review of a Thousand Trails property that is in Point, Texas, which is just outside of Dallas. It's probably 45 minutes or so from downtown Dallas. So if you're in the North Texas DFW area, it's definitely a great place to stay. It is on Lake Tawakoni, which is a big lake area, you know, really great for boating and fishing and things of this nature. So you know, one thing that we really liked about the campground was that it is heavily wooded. It definitely has a state park feel, as you can see from our ride around here. Now, at this time, it had actually just rained, which is pretty rare for Texas. So you'll see some puddles and different things like that. But the lake levels were very low, and you'll see at the end of the video when we did had a little kayaking adventure out on the lake that the water levels are definitely low. So you know, be careful if you're trying to bring your boat out there for sure.
So as Robin mentioned, it had just rained when we were at Tawakoni, and it was very apparent as we rode around the campground because we were seeing, you know, standing water. Some of the actual campsites were actually flooded, which was very surprising.
Well, yeah, definitely. They're in Texas. We didn't have any problems at our campsite, but yeah, there were definitely some sites that were flooded. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just depends on which section that you're in. The section that we were in, the flooding was, I mean, it really wasn't apparent. So we were kind of closer to the lake, and the drainage was actually pretty good. But other sections was a different story.
Yeah, and we were in campsite I-23, by the way. So.
Yeah, so section I is a better section if it's going to rain. Yes,
definitely. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things we liked and disliked about the campground. So first of all, in terms of cell phone service, Verizon, I had one bar. The booster gave us two bars overall, and with AT&T, it was 3 to 4 bars. Give or take with the boosters. So you know, AT&T was good service. I mean, you're in Dallas, so that's the home of AT&T, so service is generally pretty good, but Verizon not so much.
Yeah, so with AT&T it was definitely good. The booster did not really help because I already had, you know, 4 bars.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, as I mentioned, you know, this is an RV campground that has the feel of a state park. You know, very heavily wooded, lots of trees, lots of shade, which is very good in the summertime in Texas. So that was definitely a huge plus. And being 1,000 Trails, of course, it had all of your normal amenities such as pools, basketball courts, clubhouses, things of this nature.
Right, and speaking of pools, they had, I think it was 2 pools, one of which had been recently renovated and actually looked pretty nice. But the other pool, which was not the main pool, actually needed to be renovated. I mean, it was okay, but it definitely needed refreshing.
Yeah, so we were in section I, so the pool that was closest to us was the one that had recently been renovated and looked really nice, and we have some footage of that we'll show you. So like I said, I felt like you know, there was putt-putt golf in the pools, and you know, those were pretty good, but the roads in this campground were definitely not the best.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of typical of, you know, some of the 1,000 Trails, not all, but some, where the roads just, you know, just could use some updating. Yeah,
definitely. So definitely take it slow, and you know, they have, you know, it's 5 miles per hour or whatever. They're definitely very, very watchful of the speed going through the park, but with good reason, because the roads are not great. So you definitely need to take it slow.
Yeah, I mean, in the section that we were, there was some pretty sizable potholes, so we just navigated around them.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing that I want to mention is, so Lake Tawakoni, once again, a big attraction for boating and fishing and this type of thing. It is relatively close to the Dallas, DFW area, but I mean, it's still not really that close. I mean, you're still talking, 45 minutes to an hour from the city, and really even, I mean, gosh, it's even 30 minutes from just the closest Walmart, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We've stayed off of Lake Tawakoni before at the state park, and even then, it was just 45 minutes from the state park. I mean, Lake Tawakoni is a pretty big lake.
Yeah, it really is, so I mean, it's, it's relatively convenient coming off of either I-20 or, well, not really 35, but I guess coming from Texarkana. So it's kind of in between those interstates, but you're still 30-45 minutes from a Walmart or restaurants and things of this nature. So definitely need to watch out for that. Oh yeah, this is some footage of the water that was really bad over in that section where those cabins are.
Yeah, nice cabins, but again, with the flooding, you can see that it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the camper, it was a Class A that was like across from us. I mean, they actually had a good amount of standing water just kind of coming out of their RV. So just different places. It was kind of hit or miss. We were in a better section, but again, the flooding was really bad at this particular time, just for whatever reason.
Yeah, it really was.
So here is one of the pool areas and also the clubhouse that's in the park.
And this is also the only place where they had laundry facilities as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't have it in the other clubhouse. Yeah.
Right. It's just a smaller clubhouse.
Right.
But yeah, so here, they have, again, kind of one of the pools. They also had just games inside, which is nice. So, if you're just kind of looking for some family fun, you can go in, and they had, places where you can kind of sit, relax. They had the pool table and some other different games that you could play.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, they had two. This is the one, and then the one that was closer to us, I felt like it was a little newer, a little better upkeep on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So once again, Lake Tawakoni is a really large lake, and actually even at the campground there were several different areas that you could access the lake from, whether it was small beach areas or areas that you could boat. Once again, the overall water levels are definitely down for the lakes in Texas. I mean, this one actually had water. We went to a couple of other places in Texas where you really couldn't even boat at all. I mean, it was
right. I mean, even with the rain, you could still tell that the water levels were low. Yeah,
definitely. So taking your boat out there and all that, you may be okay, you may not. It really just depends on where you go. So you have to be careful with it.
So as we're riding around, just checking out the campground, saw something that I really have never seen at a campground.
Yeah, that guy is definitely not having a good day right there.
Yeah, I mean, the flooding is real.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, so if you like what you see, please consider subscribing to our channel and liking this video.
And hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we put out new content.
Thank you. So this was the newer of the two. Well, the other one was kind of more of a clubhouse. This, I guess, was kind of more of an activity center. But this was definitely the newer and more renovated one of the two. And this was the one that was closer to our campsite.
Yeah, so they had some games that you could play outside, which is nice because it was covered. So we actually, enjoyed. It's also close to a playground and putt-putt.
Putt-putt, yeah. And definitely having the covered area, you can play pickleball in a covered area, which in the Texas sun is definitely a nice thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot more, activities that you can do on this side. This is also where they had the other pool and the bathhouse.
Ooh,
that was newly renovated. I mean, this is actually
nice.
one of the nicer bathhouses that I've seen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really nice.
Yeah. Newly renovated, looked really good. And then this is the pool area, which was also nice.
So although the pool house has been recently renovated, I don't think that the pool itself was.
Not the pool itself, just the pool house or the bathhouse that was attached to the pool. Yeah.
Right. Would have been nice.
So all in all, we gave this park 3 stars for all the reasons that we mentioned before. It's 1,000 Trails, so we would definitely stay there again. But now you're a little better informed about your next trip there. So from our campsite, we were actually close enough to be able to walk our kayak down to the lake and do some kayaking one day, which was nice.
And this was definitely a unique kayaking experience.
Yeah.
One that we've never had before.
Yeah, especially in an inflatable. You can see that the tops of the trees, I guess they've been cut off, but I mean, you can see them still sticking up through the water, and it became kind of an obstacle course. Which can be a little dangerous in an inflatable kayak. So
yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend going out in an inflatable kayak. I certainly would never do it again. We actually scraped the bottom of the kayak a couple times. It was actually very scary.
Yeah, so we won't do that again. But outside of that, it was a nice trip on the lake.
Be sure to check out our camping apparel and accessories at shopredsquare.com. We also sell on Etsy and Amazon. The links will be in the description. Thank you.